Welcome to the 5 most important things you need to know before deciding whether adding a virtual component to your next event makes sense. If you're an event manager or director of events and you are wondering whether to add a virtual component to your event, but aren't sure if it'll cannibalize your in-person attendance or be worth the expense, time, and effort, then this will be one of the most important videos you watch all year. Here's why. Studies show that for the next 2 to 3 years, in-person events will experience at least a 30% decline in attendance, which means 30% less renewals, 30% less product sales, and more people looking for competing events that they can attend virtually. Plus, with 30% less attendees, budgets will be slashed, staffing will be reduced, meaning your job will be even harder. With that said, the question is still, is adding a virtual option worth the time, money, and effort? In just a minute, we'll go over the 5 questions which will help you determine that. But first, let's briefly talk about why you should listen to us. We started Big Red Virtual out of necessity. Our parent company, Technology Marketing Toolkit, which serves IT professionals, does 18 to 20 events every year. Events are the cornerstone of how we attract new members, get sponsor revenue, retain members, and make product sales. In April 2020, we had a 1,200 in-person event planned, and then COVID hit. We had to quickly pivot to virtual. So we bought a license to what was supposedly a top virtual event platform, and it was a nightmare. Costs escalated constantly. There were tech issues galore. It added hundreds of extra hours of work to our already stressed out team. Cybersecurity was non-existent, leaving us and our attendees vulnerable. And worst of all, the entire platform crashed the minute we went live. We said never again. We realized that companies selling virtual event solutions are software developers who had never run events. We were an event company who knew precisely what was needed to make events successful. From attendee experience, event sponsorship, ticket sales and pricing, staffing, managing speakers, and making the C-suite and the board happy. Yep, we knew what we were talking about when it comes to putting on world-class events. So we decided to create a world-class virtual event platform for ourselves. We invested over 7 figures and innumerable hours to create a platform for our own use. Then it was time to road test our new baby. We had over 2,000 attendees registered, hundreds of thousands of dollars of event sponsorship, and our reputation was on the line. To say we were nervous is an understatement, but it was showtime. And guess what? It just worked. Flawlessly. No login issues. Dynamic attendee engagement, sponsor satisfaction. In fact, sponsors and attendees raved about their experience. For example, Julie Marvelli says it was the best exhibitor experience we've ever seen. Andrea Brannon says, awesome platform that makes being virtual seem like you are there in person. Things went so smoothly, calls started coming in from sponsors who wanted to know what platform we used, and from attendees who wanted to recommend the platform to their friends and clients. That's when the light bulb went off. Maybe what we built for ourselves could benefit others. In a minute, I'll tell you more about our virtual event platform solution. But right now, let's cover the 5 most asked questions so you can decide whether adding a virtual component to your event is right for you. Question number 1. Is adding virtual going to cannibalize my in-person attendance? The truth is, it's too early to tell. However, from our experience and from working with others, in-person event attendance is down by 30%. But adding a virtual component can double or triple total attendance. The fact is that some people simply will not come to an in-person event. Plus, many organizations would like to send more people to events, but can't because of budget constraints or employee reluctance. A hybrid event model solves that problem. Undoubtedly, there will be a small fraction of people who would have attended in person who opt for virtual, but the large overall increase in attendance more than makes up for it. Question number 2. Is this going to be a subpar, boring experience for virtual attendees? If you use most virtual event platforms, the answer is a resounding yes. Zoom fatigue is real. Plus, there's a huge difference between simply streaming an event and adding a true virtual experience. You should not just stream your event. That will be boring and cause attendee dissatisfaction and low engagement. By using a platform built specifically for virtual events, the experience for attendees can be amazing. You can completely theme and brand your event. You're not confined to work with templates. Everything is completely customized. You're only limited by your imagination. Devlin Parsons says, don't even bother researching other platforms. Big Red Virtual is by far the best platform out there. Question number 3. How do I sell virtual sponsorships and make it valuable for sponsors? The way to sell sponsors is to show them the ROI of the virtual option. And here's what's exciting. The ROI and additional benefits are phenomenal. For example, here's what Courtney Shepard said. Big Red Virtual is the gold standard. Plus, sponsors love that they're getting instant reporting on what's working and what's not. David Converse writes, with instantaneous reporting and feedback, we are able to tailor our message at every event. Plus, the trade show booths look super cool, which again add to the experience of the virtual event for sponsors and attendees. The easiest way to sell sponsorships is to show them how many more leads they're going to get. Nicole Ladul reports we generated more leads in one day on the virtual platform than we do at most live events. The platform is easy to use and we love it. Question number 4. What are the costs involved? There are 4 costs involved in adding a virtual option to your event. Number 1, the virtual platform. Please remember that you do not want to just stream your event. While that is the cheapest route, it's also the costliest. Cost number 2 is your AV team. This cost will vary based on the number of sessions and the AV you're already using for your event. Cost number 3 is internet. You need dedicated internet at the event venue just for live streaming. And for a great experience, you need to make sure you have enough bandwidth. Cost number 4, additional staff for support and graphic design. Depending on your event staff, you might not need any additional team members. However, to put on an exceptional virtual event, you're going to need a dedicated virtual event manager, a quality graphic designer, and possibly a sponsor concierge. But here's an interesting fact about cost. Done correctly, with the right platform, a virtual option should easily be a profit center. Question number 5. How much extra work is involved? The truth is, it's a lot of work if you try to do it on your own and if you're using the wrong virtual platform. As you know, putting on events isn't easy, but it's a lot less work than recapturing lost members, making up for lost sales, refilling previously sold out events, and re-engaging vendors who have taken their sponsorship dollars elsewhere. While using an exceptional virtual event platform won't eliminate your work, it will make your job a heck of a lot easier. So now you know the answers to the 5 most asked questions about adding a virtual option to your event. But here's the most important thing you need to know. A well-done hybrid event delivered on a platform specifically built by event promoters for event promoters will increase member retention, grow your sales, expand your visibility and branding, get more people involved in your education and training, and generate a surge in profits. So, should you add a virtual component to your event? Maybe. The truth is, there's more you need to know before you decide. That's why we'd like to offer you a free, no obligation virtual event consultation and cost analysis. During our time together, we'll walk you through a detailed cost analysis for your specific event, so you'll know, number 1, what your total cost will be, and number 2, how you can recoup those costs and turn your virtual option into a profit center. Next, we'll walk you through when to offer the virtual event option to maximize profits without cannibalizing in-person attendance. We'll discuss how to price your virtual tickets for maximum sales. We'll share with you how to approach sponsors, and we'll tell you the one thing you should not do. And then, for the most exciting part of our time together, we'll do a live demo for you of the Big Red virtual event platform. You'll experience a full 360 tour from the perspectives of attendees, the vendors, and you, the event organizer. We guarantee you'll be stunned by what you can do and the flexibility and ease at which you can do it. Honestly, you need to experience Big Red Virtual to truly understand how amazing your virtual event option can be. At the end of your free virtual event consultation and cost analysis, one of three things will happen. 1, you'll decide that adding a virtual option is not right for you. 2, you'll be excited about adding a virtual option, have the information you need, and decide to go it alone. In both of those cases, we'll wish you the best of luck and thank you for meeting with us. 3, you'll love Big Red Virtual and want to talk about how we can help you. It's really that simple, and there is no catch. Think about this. The worst that can happen is you invest 45 to 60 minutes of your time, get some excellent information, and walk away confident that you made the right decision for your organization. The best that can happen is you'll work with us to create a virtual event that boosts attendance, grows your membership, increases sponsor dollars, maximizes revenue, and makes you look like a hero at your organization. And remember, there's no charge for the consultation. So why are we offering this? 2 reasons. First, like we told you earlier, we run events just like you and know how stressful it is. We are experts and are happy to share our knowledge. Second, and this is probably obvious, these consultations are how we attract clients. However, this is a real consultation, not a sales pitch. The truth is, adding a virtual event option is not for everyone. If you decide it is right for you, we'd love to help you make your virtual event a success. If not, that's cool. To schedule a time to chat with one of our strategic virtual event advisors, go to www.bigredvirtual.com/consult. Or if you see a button below, click that to get started. You'll complete a simple questionnaire. Don't worry, there aren't any hard questions. We'll want some information in advance so our time together is as productive as possible. After you complete the questionnaire, we'll contact you to set up a time for your consultation. So click the button below and we'll take it from there. Adding a virtual event option is a big decision. You're smart to gather the information you need to make the right decision. We hope you found this video informative and valuable. Now, take the next step. Click the button below or go to bigredvirtual.com/consult to set up a time for us to chat. We look forward to talking to you.